Hey you guys, it's Britt. Tonight I'm here to react to a video that I came across on the Beachbody Coach Instagram page. I had to share this with you guys because it is the most jumbled mess of nonsense that I've come across in a while. I wanted to enlighten you guys and share it. So if you're interested, please keep watching. All right, you guys. So some of you might know, I don't know a whole lot about Beachbody coaches, who's popular, who's not popular. I'm going to blur this girl's face because I don't know if she's one of their top coaches that is recognized by everyone. I don't know. So just to be safe, I will be blurring her face out. But the problem with this, I blabber on about nonsense sometimes too. We all do. However, when you are involved in an MLM and you're spouting nonsense bullshit to your audience, which you would like to be a part of your downline, that's where it crosses into the territory of making me upset, because there are so many people, as we already know, that are in financial, tough times, mental health tough times, physical tough times, all of these things, and this is who could possibly gravitate towards someone like this in order to seek hope or try to find a community. And it is so irresponsible the way that some of these coaches will just put this information out there. There's no research, none of it makes sense, and at the end of the day, all of it is to build their net worth in order to expand their downline. So either way, I have listened to this video, I'm not even kidding you, 5 times. It might be 6 or 7 by this point. I do not understand what the hell she's talking about, so we're going to go through it together. At the end of the day, this is not a huge reaction video. It's only a 2-minute long video, but I know for a fact if this exists, I can only imagine how many videos similar to this there are uploaded every single day. And unfortunately, people that aren't aware of how MLMs work, they could take parts of this video and try to reason and try to reconcile it and figure out, well, what kind of business is she involved in? And it can just be very problematic. So we're going to go through it right now.
But I was like, I wonder how many anti-MLMers are on a diet right now, or have tried a diet before, or put on a pair of clothes and felt really insecure and then manipulated their food. And then I'm like,
so is she saying, first of all, diet culture, I don't subscribe to it. I never have. I think that it's very toxic and it can be very, very problematic for people who either want to gain weight or lose weight. I think that it can go both ways. And unfortunately, diet culture is not going anywhere, especially with companies like Beachbody that are in the mix and so much thriving in their businesses. Unfortunately, like I said, she's saying how many anti-MLMers have manipulated their food. What in the Sam Hill is she trying to say here? What does an anti-MLMer eating or not eating something have anything to do with your business opportunity? I've noticed this a lot with these, not just with Beachbody, but with a lot of them. They love to deflect. They want to get up on their soapbox and say, well, I'm doing all of these good things. The anti-MLMers are the bad ones. I wonder what they're doing. Wonder if they ever said this. It's a bunch of deflection. And to me, anyone who deflects that often is usually someone with a very low confidence level and very low self-esteem in what they are doing in life.
I would bet it is a whole lot of them. I mean, I would wager to bet because I would say almost everybody.
And why is going on a diet any of her business anyway? People can go on a diet if that's what they choose to do in order to better their happiness or health or whatever they're doing it for. If people choose to go on a diet, that's all good and well. They don't need to be a part of Beachbody in order to do so. I've said before, Beachbody coaches, most of them are not nutritionists. They are not licensed to build meal plans and tell you exactly what your body needs to keep you healthy. Because I might need a different diet than the person next to me or the person behind me. And I'm not going to go to a Beachbody coach to get that advice. I'm going to work with my doctor and a nutritionist.
Has gone on a diet, right? Like, especially females. I would say it's 95% or higher.
And she says 95% or higher females have gone on a diet. I don't think that wanting to go on a diet should be primarily females or primarily men. I think that men and women can go through the same emotions as far as either wanting to gain weight or lose weight or just become healthier overall, whatever healthy is to them. You know, I've said before, I don't think that your number on a scale equates to being healthy, because there can be someone with a very small frame that is very unhealthy. So, you know, having a small build does not equate health. And I think that that's something that is missed on a lot of them as well. You don't need to be, you don't need to have a certain size to equate health. To finish out my thought on what she was saying, I don't think that you can just say, well, it's mostly women that go on diets, because I do believe that it can fall into, you know, the laps of men as well. We shouldn't be putting women in a certain box to say, well, women do this, women do that, 95% of women do this. Even when I talk about the MLM recruiting tactics, I always say that, you know, men can be recruited as well. Do I think that they try to recruit women more? Yes, I do, because a lot of women are stay-at-home moms, but I do think that men and women can be recruited into an MLM.
And it's like, you're willing to do a diet even though there's only a 3% chance you'll be successful, but you want to shit on anybody who's doing an MLM or, you know, entrepreneurial stuff.
Okay, so 3% success rate for a diet. I don't know where that number came from. She doesn't show any facts or evidence where she got her information. But as far as a success rate on a diet, I think a lot of people think of diets and they think of losing 50 pounds or losing 70 pounds. A diet does not always equate dropping weight. Sometimes it can mean gaining weight or gaining muscle. You don't know what that diet is tailored to do for that person. It could be gaining 5 pounds. It could be, you know, having a lower percentage of body fat or whatever. You don't know what that diet is intended to do for that person. So for her to just throw out this 3% success rate, I think is really dumb. And on top of it, she doesn't show her sources or her evidence on where she got that number. If you're going to try a diet and fail, let's just say that your version of failing, if your goal was, I want to lose 10 pounds and you lost 5 and you consider that a failure, then okay, you consider that a failure. But you considering a diet a failure is completely different than jumping onto an MLM business opportunity, draining your finances, annoying the hell out of your friends and family, having to sit on your phone for 24 hours a day, having all of these dreams sold to you, the false sense of, you know, this dream life. So I would say that trying a diet and trying to get involved in an MLM, those two aren't even comparable. They're not even on the same planet. By the way, I will never consider people in MLMs as entrepreneurs. Never. Not going to happen. Let's just look at what an entrepreneur, what is the definition? A person who organizes or operates a business or businesses, taking on greater than normal financial risks in order to do so. The financial risk part, I would agree with. But as far as operating a business, let's remind ourselves, if you're in an MLM, you are a contract employee. You get a 1099. You do not get a W-2 at the end of the year because you are a contract employee of Beachbody or doTERRA or Young Living or whoever it is. So this is not your business. It's not Boss Babe. It's not Girl Boss and all of the, things that we've discussed for ages with MLMs. You are a contractor, and that's okay. But let's also not shit on real entrepreneurs who have actually made the financial risk, but are also owning and operating a business of their own, employing staff under them and doing something for the greater good. MLMs aren't doing it. If she's admitting that diets don't work, then what the hell is she saying for her Beachbody plan? And all the shit that they sell to their, customers. If diets don't work, then what is it that you're selling? A workout plan? Nobody needs a workout plan. I don't need to pay anyone for a workout plan. I've talked about this before. Hire yourself a nutritionist, work with your doctor, and look for free workouts online.
It's also kind of like the people who believe that being gay or lesbian or whatever is a sin because the Bible said. It's like, well, the Bible also says that.
I don't understand what she's doing here, trying to bring the Bible into Beachbody and, her schemy, slimy business opportunity. I really don't understand why these two need to intersect. She's making absolutely zero sense. I've noticed this for a very long time. So many of them will just get up on their Instagram stories and blabber out the most insane, ridiculous nonsense. But like I said, I think the issue comes into play when there are people who are actually believing this nonsense, getting taken advantage of, joining a downline, and then draining their finances and possibly ruining friendships and relationships just for this fake opportunity that was sold to them.
Purchase children as slaves, right? It's like, and then there's things about like you shouldn't eat shellfish. I don't really know that much about the Bible, but
I'm going to recite a bunch of stuff and act like I know what it says and try to tie it into my MLM right now. And then follow it with, I don't know a lot about the Bible. Girl, you don't know what the hell you're talking about.
The point is, you can't just take something and call it fact and like, I live and die by this. And, entrepreneurship and MLMs are scams.
And so she's saying that you can't call something facts and I live and die by this and all of this kind of stuff. But that is exactly what all the MLM Huns do. They will sell you the fake dream and they will tell you that you're going to make all of this money as long as you work hard and you're in it to win it and all of these things. So if you can't live and die by something, oh wait, you can do that, but only if it benefits you and your downline. Got it.
And then not apply it to everything. And you can't just take parts of the Bible and not apply, not take all of it, right? Like, when was the last time you sacrificed a lamb and put it on someone's doorstep, like the Bible says, right? It's just so anyway, I had that thought is just 3% chance of success when you're doing a diet, and yet almost 100% of women will try it. Anyway, food for
3%, what'd she say? 3% chance of success when you're doing a diet, and yet almost 100% of women try it. I still don't like how she corners out women, but that's here nor there. If you're saying that the success rate is so low, then what the fuck are you selling with Beachbody? A bunch of nasty shakes and workouts? No, I'll pass. I just think it's ridiculous how she literally tried to tie in this, being involved in an MLM, ties it into the Bible, talks about sacrificing lambs, talks about the LGBTQ community. What the hell? Girl, please stop. These are people, I'm not kidding you guys, these are people who can be very, very dangerous to give a platform to. And I see this so often. And granted, this is on an anti-MLM page that I found it. But if this was on her own page, how many people could be buying into this and saying, oh, well, you know, I've said it before, and it's no fault to people who are gullible, but there are a lot of gullible people on the internet. And unfortunately, that's how MLMs pick up a lot of their recruits, is by people who are gullible and they haven't done their own research, or they just believe this fake facade that is put out by so many of the Hun bots, and it's very dangerous. And at the end of the day, I always will stand up for people who are being taken advantage of financially, emotionally, whatever it is. If I can provide an opinion and sway even one person to look at it differently, then that's what I will do. I feel so terrible. I always think about that woman that was in LuLaRoe who had to put her home on the market. By the time she was done in LuLaRoe, she was selling her home. And this was someone who was at the top of LuLaRoe. So imagine all the people towards the bottom who are, you know, buying, they're buying crap just to meet their own numbers and just to stay afloat and qualify for bonuses. It's just a vicious cycle. And on top of it, nobody wants to get an inbox message from anyone in an MLM. We're over that now. Either way, I want to read a couple of these comments. So someone said, I'm still confused how she went from dieting to being gay or lesbian. Like, girl, what? Yeah, exactly. I don't know much about the Bible, but I'll throw out random things that might be in it to back up my nonsense argument. This has to be some of the most nonsensical rambling I've ever heard. If you don't know much about the Bible, don't speak on it. And if I'm on a diet, I don't recruit people to spend money and make me more successful. Yeah, this is exactly what I said. My diets don't hurt anyone but me. My diets don't force others to spend money for my diet to work. Exactly. What did I just listen to? That went off the rails real fast. Makes zero sense. Yeah, it's just a bunch of rambling. Completely just useless. But like I said, there are some people that could listen to this and, you know, want to hear more about her opportunity. And those are the people that they feed off of. But I will always say, I've said this in videos for a very long time, especially when talking about Arbonne or Beachbody. If, you know, someone watching this video, if you are someone who wants to go on a diet to, you know, either lose weight, gain weight, build muscle, whatever it is that your journey is, you know, work with your doctor and get a nutritionist. You do not need to be part of an MLM in order to meet your goals, whatever your goals are. And there are many free workout videos online, and you can do it all for yourself without being involved in an MLM that's going to cause you more stress and financial downfall. So that's going to be it for this video. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a like and a comment. And if you'd like to see more from me in the future, please subscribe. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.